Hey, it's Drybear. Today I'm going to teach you a trick that I probably shouldn't teach you because it's going to get more people in, but there's a very easy way to get in faster once the servers become available for Diablo 4 on its early start launch. So only keep watching if you have high security clearance. But first, you should come hang out with me on my live stream. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/Drybear. If you don't come hang out with me and the community, the next video you watch is going to start buffering every 5 seconds. So let's get into it. If you played the server slam or the early tests, then you know that there's definitely some authentication and handshaking slowdowns that happen with the Battle.net Blizzard launcher that can slow down your access into the game. And you would probably even notice this with any of the tests, but everyone says it's live, you know it's live, you see people playing it, you see streamers and content creators playing it, but your play button hasn't lit up yet. And usually the way you fix that is by going up to your settings here and completely closing down Battle.net and then completely restarting it so that the launcher can re-authenticate, re-handshake, verify that the product can be played, and then you can launch it from there. But that could be the difference of not waiting in queue and then all of a sudden seeing a 1000 queue that's going to take you 30 minutes to get through. So there is a workaround that is pretty effective. What you have to do here is you have to go to the options for the game you're trying to play, and you want to go ahead and hit Create Desktop Shortcut. I'll zoom in so we can see it. We just hit the settings next to the play button and hit Create Desktop Shortcut. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a desktop shortcut, as you would expect, onto your desktop for that specific product, in this case, Diablo 4. Now, when you're going to the actual desktop shortcut, you can have this skip the launcher, which means that as soon as the game is available, you'll be able to play it. You won't have to worry about the launcher lagging behind and being unable to access the game. And you do this by right-clicking on this and going to Properties. So you'll right-click this, you'll go down to Properties, and it'll bring up the properties for the shortcut that you have. This will normally have Launcher in the executable. There's a different executable that exists for you, so it'll show up like this normally, and you'll have this. So when you launch this, it'll launch Battle.net, check for updates, do all that kind of stuff, and then it'll go through this process and you'll have to hit play from this as well. However, there is a way to make it ignore the launcher and just launch the game specifically. So I would recommend that as it nears the time, make sure you are actually on the launcher, make sure you're updated. If there's any last minute updates they do, make sure you're caught up. And then when you're ready and you feel like it's within the next few minutes, go to your shortcut here, remove the word launcher all the way down with no white space after the Diablo 4. So it's Diablo space IV.exe, which means it'll launch the actual game, not the launcher, which the launcher itself does have an override for that to make sure it always launches Battle.net. But you can tell it to skip that by doing a space after the quotation mark, a hyphen, and then type launch. Then just hit apply, hit OK, and then when it's time or you feel like you're pretty close, you can just double click this, and what happens is it will actually launch the game without having to handshake with the launcher. So you can keep trying this, closing, restarting, doing that sort of thing. If you really want to get in quickly, make your character. Hopefully we don't have any launch issues, but with a game of this size, we never know. We probably want to expect that anyway, but you can see that the servers aren't online right now, but I'm able to get into the game, so you won't have that weird slowdown where the launcher is blocking you from getting in. You can go straight into the game on launch day. If you found value in this video, leave a like down below, leave me a comment, it helps me out with the algorithm, and if you have any questions or comments for me, come hang out on my live stream. We'll be streaming the launch almost always. We're going to push as hard as we can, so I'll see you there. If you enjoyed yourself today, leave a like down below. You can support me and my work on Patreon and view Patreon exclusive content, link in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.